Hello everyone and welcome to Bevan's Bricks. Still setting a few things up. Give me one more second. I hope everybody's having a great week. And Christmas is right around the corner. Blink and it's going to be right in our faces. And I am trying to get all that open and then I think we're good. Wordy D to Aaron DeLalo. Hello, my friends. Y Bricks. Hello, hello. One of the things I'm going to be working on today, just to kind of show you a few different things. R. Claxton, how you doing, my friend? And thank you so much for joining. DC Can't Build. Hey, hey, Phantom. One of the things that I have to do is, because of my train station, when I originally designed it, I was not doing mills plates, and I recently put it on a mills plate. So the train track's a bit higher than the rest of my train track. Greg, Kip Hoffman, hello, my family funny farmers. Which R. Claxton is one of our funny farmers too. But anyway, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be filling in around this, because this is what's going to go right up against the train station. And then I'm going to come from this to one of these, because this is going to be what I worked on last night. This is a road crossing for the railroad tracks. So we're going to be coming from that to this, and then we're going to be moving on to all those other green pieces I put. So I need to get this piece finished, and then I can bring all the tracks out of the train station and have them all linked together. So that's part of the goal, is to get this built. And I still got to build at least I got to build 2 more of these as well. So I'm hoping we can get at least 1 more of these built, and we'll try and get this built and filled in tonight also. But at first, I am starting with this. So let's get into it. And R. Claxton, thank you so much. That was an awesome donation, my friend. I appreciate that. $1.99 from R. Claxton. Thank you so much, my friend. Something I want to show you, because, and I know I made a video about this before as well, for train track or any track to work with a good elevation, good climbing and all that, and not have any structural problems, in the aspect of not having any problems with the train being able to go up the track, you always want to make sure that every 16 studs, you go up 1 plate. So I start at 1 plate height here, 16 studs, I go to 2 plate height, 16 studs, I am at 3 plates or a brick. And that is what we're going to try and fill in. And then as you can see, I've already filled that side in to where it looks like it's pretty level already with it. And we're going to be doing that on both sides, and then we're going to do a little ballasting in here just to make it look a little more attractive. Awesome. That yellow passenger train is a great set. I have 2 of those. I got them both half off on sale last year. That's why I got 2 of them. Yeah, highways don't have a yellow line, Epic Gamer. The lanes between a highway are all white hashed lines, because on a highway, traffic is all going the same way. The only reason you have a yellow line in the center is if you have 2 opposing lines of traffic. If and when I do the highway and use the new mills plates, the traffic will be separated by a wall divider, and the only yellow I will need will be up against the actual wall divider. But and again, like you said, that's off topic, but I will be doing that, and I will show how I accomplish all those things when I get to that point. Paul R., hello. Steve Weiser, Kevin. Thanks, guys. And now I'm going to start, like I said, filling this in, and I apologize for any discoing that may be occurring. My internet was acting a little bit fruity before I went live, so I do kind of expect a little bit of fruitiness. But just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing, and I'm hoping that this is very, very clear for you guys to see. Again, I'm starting with 1 plate of height and 3 plates of height on that end. So I'm taking 2 plates, putting them side by side, right in between there, so it gives me a little bit of flushness. And then I'm going to do it again, right here. Now you can see that it is down just a little bit. So now I'm going to go to a brick here. So let me grab a couple bricks. because we want this to fill in and look natural. So we put a brick, a brick, a brick, and then we're going to put one more, and the last one that I put in is going to start to go down just a little bit. So now we're going to put a plate under the next two bricks. So let's do, we'll use some sand green. So let's put a plate with a brick on that one, and then another plate with a brick on this one. And again, one more time, I just want to show you how that fills in really nicely through the side of the track. So when you're looking down at it, it's actually a really good, clean looking slope. And that's what I'm after. Before I get too far ahead though, let me pull these back off because I need to put another piece on top of them. I want to plate them out. So let me plate them really quickly. And to plate them, all I do is just take the 4x4 and go right over the top, just like that. And you know what? I'm going to put a little music on. Hopefully that doesn't affect the stream too much. Now we'll do the same thing on this dude. And let me put some music on first. Let's just do some kind of chill, let's see, let's try chill and see how that sounds. Something relaxing, I guess, while I'm building. Hey Raven, how you doing, my friend? Another funny farmer. Now, let me pull this one back up. Those on, and then we'll finish filling in the sides of these. And come on, there you go. There we go. Now let's fill in these sides. Again, we're starting with one with a plate. 2 plates, and then we're going to go 4 bricks. Actually, let's go ahead and fill that one in also real quick. So far, Epic Gamer, we've been very lucky and we haven't gotten any snow. It's actually my understanding we're supposed to get rain by Friday because the temperatures are supposed to warm up just a bit. But we all know how that goes, and that may change. Anyway, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to need 2 more, but with plates underneath them. And I'll use 2 of these guys. 4 more bricks. Yeah, I agree, man. Keep that white stuff north. This is not the great white north, and I don't want it. So I'm totally with you guys and totally feeling the same way. Making sure that ain't my boss. Like I said, we've been, in my opinion, here in Michigan anyway, we've been very, and I mean very blessed. Now, because how this is going to actually work, I'm going to put both of these together just so we can get a better idea. So I want these to be interlocked. There we go. So now as I fill it in, I'll have a good guesstimate, I guess would be a nice way to put it, of how I want this to kind of match up with here. And I do want this to kind of flow down a little bit. So we're going to play with some of that as well. Oh, really? I wonder if I can actually find that. I might, because it might even be offered through the, because I actually pay a subscription for the music that I'm playing, and it's all copyright free. That's part of the reason why I use it. And I don't blame you, my friend, Epic Gamer, so it doesn't like snow either. But I will have to look for them. Tangram. But anyway, now that we have that, like I said, let's work some of this now. And I think what I'm going to start off with, let's put some green plates here, and then let's do a little of the graveling. And then I think I'm going to fill this in a tad bit with some tiles or plates. And then we're going to play around a little bit more. So let me get a few plates. So we're going to start low. I think I'm gonna do, let me get my sloped plates. Let's try this first. Let's do a little bit of graveling in here. Now let's take these guys. Put those there. And again, I am just playing around. There is no specific method to my madness, so to speak. I'm just slowly trying to kind of build the knoll up, I guess would be a good way to put it. City skylines are beautiful, Epic Gamer. I definitely agree with you, my friend. Rob's, oh, I can imagine that snow, yes. I can definitely see where snow would be a wheelchair nightmare, my friend. Let's leave that one out. Now let's go another level higher. I'm thinking, maybe. Let's see if I do that one there. One, two. Still, again, no method to my madness at all, guys. Thank you, Greg. This is just kind of trying to think of a good word to call it. Freestyling, I guess, would be a good way to call this. There's no real rhyme or reason for anything that I'm doing. I almost think. Yeah, I can. I'll take that one back. One more. So I think that'll make it a little more interesting. Try that for a minute anyway. No. And thank you so much, Greg, for the plug. What I almost wonder if I should go, you know what, let me pull that back down. Because I want some of that track exposed. Let me go down one more plate here, if I can get it apart. Let's go down one more before I go high. Absolutely, Paul R. Trial and error is a man's best friend. Because then it lets you see your possibilities. And I actually think I'm going to go ahead and go one more with that. Two more greens. And then I might step it up. There, I think that looks a little better. Now, if I do this, I think I can just do the two more right here, and then I'll do the finished ballasting. Hey, how you doing, Kyle? Now let's go with one more of those. And there is no rhyme or reason for the colors I'm using underneath. I'm just randomly grabbing pieces out of my bins. Philippe, how are you? 6. Six. Oh, I actually think I like that. So let's go ahead and keep that. Let's fill this little bitty gap in. So I'm going to need... What am I going to want there? 2 more of these. Hello, Morgan. This is just one section of plate. I just plugged it to this one just so I could play around with it. But this is as high as I'm going. This is going to be, this is the actual height of my train station, so that's the stopping point. So no higher than what you see here. And almost feeling like I should just go ahead and... That might not look bad. You know what? Let's do that instead. Then I'm not wasting all these pieces down in here. Let's take all this back out. I think I like that thought process better, because with it being up next to the train station, you want it to have all that gravel kind of right there at the door. So let's do that instead. And it takes away some parts that I didn't need. And then I can just put a little filler in here with a small slope. That's where pieces like this are absolutely amazing. So now we can do that and then put two 2x2s. Look at that. That's a really nice, good feeling flow to it, I think. So now let's pull these back apart. Let me just finish this guy. Now that we have that part filled in, let's do the same thing over here on either side. We want to slowly lift it and build it. And we're going to start this the same way. So we'll put one of these on this side, one of those on that side. Giving us a little more fill. Now these, I should just be able to do like this. I think I might do this edge a little bit different. Paul R says, what sets are those big flat tiles you have in the center from? The big flat tiles I have in the center from. Oh, you must have been talking about the railroad crossing. Those are an old retired piece. Sadly, the only way to get those is to buy them used from people. And they are a bit pricey. Typically, you're going to find them in the $5 range, but you can find them on Bricklink. I can tell you that. Now, let me grab a few more green pieces. The last that I knew, Greg, they were not available anymore. They don't make them in that color. They still make them, but they don't make them in that color. They make them in red, green. I'm trying to think. Red, green. Waiting for the internet to clean up again. Apologize for it slightly discoing here and there. And something else that I was just kind of thinking in my own head is I need this to be filled all the way, because the plate this is going against is a standard Mills plate. So to do that, I am just going to add a few little plates and tiles in here. To create a bit of a valley, because that'll cover that piece that's next to it now. I think at this point I'm going to go high again. Black, that is the other color, you're right. No, the last that I knew, now that doesn't mean they didn't start producing them again. The last that I knew, they haven't been manufactured since 2018, I do believe, is when they were last made, in that particular color anyway. That doesn't mean I'm wrong. I mean, I have been wrong before, and I'm sure I will be wrong again. But they came in a variety of sets quite a few years ago. One of the sets was one of the Spider-Man sets with Tobey Maguire, or I think that was, yes. And I'm just doing a little bit more fill for this. And you know what? I'm almost thinking, actually, no, we're just going to stick with these. I kind of personally like the look of a little bit of green plates. Now let's just put a small amount of wave into this side. I like that, Steve. You thought you were wrong once, but you were mistaken. So I guess that means you were actually wrong once. Because you thought you were wrong and you weren't. I am looking for where I put my bag o' parts. We are going to do this guy from the side. And for anybody that wants to learn the fancy methods for ballasting, this is not the fancy method. This is me just doing quick fillers. I did just post a video to show everybody, to me, one of the most important websites out there, which is the Pinlug website, and also the L Gauge website. And I do have links in that video for anybody that's interested in learning more about those. Good evening, Michael. How are you? Just got your Dr. Pepper. Everybody remember Shasta? I wanna pop. I wanna Shasta. Nice 80s drink that I don't think that's even made anymore. And I am so glad to see that you were able to make a stream, the Drifting Samurai. That's awesome, my friend. Hello, Storm and Wolf. Another funny farmer. And then I just like to kind of give it a quick run over, make sure it's good. So we got those on. And what we're gonna do now. Hey Talus, hey Brian. I'm gonna fill this side up a little. So we're not gonna have a peg there. I think I'm even gonna cover that one up just a tad. More of a rocky look this way. Skip another one there. Again, I am just kind of freestyling. Nothing specific in what I am doing. Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't believe they were, but I mean, I could have been wrong. But I thought it might have been a little longer. I thought it was around 2018 was the last time that those were actually available. Brick Sargent, yes, a whole bunch of the Funny Farm family is here today. What is everybody's plans for Christmas? Anybody got any good plans? Just spending time with the family? Going out and doing anything special or anything exciting? And I just got off track. No pun intended. Hello, Destro. Hardy har har. Let's try that one again. Actually, let's put the grass right up to that one. And we'll put one here. Again, just a bit of freestyling on this. Nothing too specific. Let me get a 2x4. Where did I put that one that I already had? That's awesome, Aaron. Aaron says he's going to go see his family this Christmas. Paul says I'm giving him more inspiration for what he wants to do in his house. He just needs more room. That's basically what I'm doing, Michael. I actually have the next 2 weeks off. Starting today was my last day that I worked. So that's my exact intention. Try and have a little fun time, a little build time, a little family time. Actually, you know what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to double stack. I like that idea better. Yes, I do. I like that idea better. Now let's get a little 1x4. That's always good when you don't have nothing going. It means fun time, free time. That's what I hear. Fun time, free time. No, like I said, just kind of hanging out around the house, trying to get some mock work done, trying to get some city work done. That is until I make my way to Houston, because we all know, at least I know a lot of people know anyway, that I will be going to Houston here fairly soon to deliver that project I was working on. So that's like my big plans coming up. And that's going to be quite the adventure. So that's going to be a long drive. "24 hours of Daytona?" No. I'm not 24 hours of anything. I'm old. At least that's how I feel. Starting to get a little bit of a look filled in there. I'll start doing some of this side. And I almost think I'm going to bring this one up just a little bit more. Trust me, I'm with you. Unfortunately, I don't have much of a choice. That is part of my agreement, is I have to deliver. So sadly, because nobody ever wants to pick up the stuff. They want you to deliver it and set it up for them. I enjoy a good nap. I wish I could. Take care, Phantom. I would like to take a good nap while I'm driving, but out of me and the wife gets lost real easy and gets upset about it real easy. So I always do all the driving when we go on trips. Florida in January? That's awesome. It should be some really nice weather. Rob says he's been to the Le Mans 24 before. I've never been to the Le Mans, no. I don't know how anybody could actually drive that long straight. That would kill me. I would crash just trying to stay awake. Seriously. I'm going to do this differently. Well, that's cool. The drive to Texas, the drive down there is, trying to remember, 19 and a half hours, I think, if I calculated that correctly. I punched it into Google Apps. I am not driving 19 hours straight, though. I am going to make a pit stop and stay at a hotel Not sure where. Whenever I get tired is where I'll make the pit stop, and then we'll pick back up the next day on the drive. I need to get a few more pieces for here. There we go. Actually, I didn't want that. There we go. Yes, it's a lot of driving. Like I said, I can't say that I'm exactly tickled about it. But it is why they are paying what they are paying. I'm just doing a little general fill here, nothing specific. Yes, that's why I've been trying to stream and all that as much as I can here over the last few days, because I'm going to have to start taking that down here next week, getting it all boxed up. I actually have to make my own crate for the Saturn V launch platform, because that that Saturn V launch platform is, for me to try and lay it down, is kind of fragile. So I'm going to take the rocket off of it, and then I'm going to build with 1x2s a frame to go around it where I can compact it, wrap it with saran wrap, for lack of a better term, so I can lay it down on its side when I load it up, and surround it with bubble wrap and all that good stuff. So it's definitely going to take some time. Will I have room for a train yard? Not sure what you mean by that. I have, on the way home, I'll have plenty of room because everything will be delivered. So that'll be the big part, is once I be able to take it or come home. Let's pull these off. That's kind of how I'm looking at doing it, is like 9 to 12 max, and then I'll take a pit stop and go again some more the next day. Really? That sucks. Was it assembled? You know, you're not the first person to say that, Michael. I actually had a friend of mine back in the day. He was looking, I forget what Lego set it was. Actually, thinking about it, I believe it was the Green Grocer. But he found it on eBay. And he was buying it to be a collectible, and he wanted to keep the box and keep it sealed. They shipped it to him in the actual box that it came in. They just smacked the label on it and shipped it right to him on eBay. The seller on eBay did that anyway. And I mean, he got it, but the box was totally destroyed. So even if he was wanting to save it, he couldn't have saved the box if he wanted to. I may stop at a few on my way home. If I do, what my intention's going to be. What my intention's going to be, and yeah, cause I'm not sure how many pick-a-brick walls there are in Texas, but I'm gonna look for a few while I'm there. But I do intend on hitting a few different things on my way home. On the way there, probably not going to hit anything as far as shops or whatnot, just quite simply because I'm already going to be kind of loaded down with everything that I'm taking. But on the way home, I'm going to have a nice empty Bronco. So I do intend on loading up on my way back. I need something for here. I want more. I know what I want. That. Oop, too big. What I can do, though, start that one on that side. Can't find my dark gray, but no, it doesn't look good. There it is. There we go. I think I like that a little better now. You know, it's funny, and I I try to agree with you that some sellers just might not know better. Paul R says wipe all the walls clean. But at the same time, I mean, I don't care who's shipping what. You would think they would use a little common sense in the aspect of the manner that, I mean, they're shipping Lego. Lego's loose. Pieces get loose. You would think that they would have the common sense to, again, you think that they would have the common sense to know that it could shake loose and all that kind of stuff. But it amazes me. It typically does, unfortunately. And now, there we go. Kind of liking that. Let's see. Do that. Do another little effect there. Just trying to add a little transition, so to speak. And now I am just, quite frankly, throwing pieces on it just to add a little bit of greeble. Nothing specific, nothing technical. Just trying to add a little roughness, so to speak, to it. Thanks, Lego Holmes. How you doing, my friend? That's awesome. I've always wanted a Mini. I'm assuming you're saying when you say a Mini, you're talking about like a Mini Cooper. I always thought those were really interesting looking cars. Actually, I want something different there. Let's do that. I think that would look better. Take care, Greg. If you were going to bed, that is, or did somebody else say they're going to bed? T-Bone 98. Hey, how you doing? There's no place like homes. Hello, hello. Raven says, man, I'm working on some terrain in my games, and with the several Chrome tabs I have open in this stream, I am pushing my computer to the max. Says his fan is screaming. So your computer's overheating is what I'm hearing you saying there, my friend. You don't want to blow it up, dude. Be careful. And do I want to add any more? Let's put one more of those. You know what? Let's go ahead and put a gray one there. What the heck? And I'm going to come back and put some more greeble in it, but let me get some. Kind of liking it, I think, maybe, possibly. Not looking too bad. Drifting Samurai says, if you ever have time, search up Bucessi's, and it's probably the biggest gas station you will ever see. I stop by one on every road trip. I will have to look for that. And hello, Big Black 455. Thank you so much. But yeah, Raven's definitely working it if his computer is screaming. Like I said, though, that's not always a good thing. Let me get a few other little pieces to kind of dribble in here. Throw some rock and stuff at it a little bit. Just adding some splashes of color. And the purple piece in my hand has definitely got to go. Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate that. He says he enjoys the inspiration I provide. And let's go ahead and put another little piece of green there and there. Kind of throwing little bits and pieces as I go. And the funny thing is this particular part will probably hardly ever be seen unless I'm filming behind some of my buildings. Well, the new modular building is a must-have for me. I am also going to be after some of those new Star Wars sets, the troop building packs and whatnot, but I don't think I'll be buying them right away. The biggest one I'll be buying on the first will be the modular building, because to me that thing is absolutely freaking awesome. And I'm right with you, Michael. I'm the same way. I'm kind of undecided on a lot of it myself. Just trying to add a few little spots of colors, all we're trying to do. It's amazing how just a few little bits of greebling, little added detail, whatever, can really help kind of bring some stuff to life. Thank you, Aaron. Yes. Hey, Lumberjack, how you doing? The Bevins Army did put the Yeti in a dress. Poor Yeti. But like I told him, he said it's not possible, and I said all it takes is just a few small recommendations, and yes, my friend, it is possible. And he doubted the Bevins Army. And now he's going to have to pay the piper. Okay. I think I'm calling that particular one done, guys. Again, this is coming out of my train station, so I'm coming to this. And then I'm going to this. And then after this, I've got 4 more of these that are behind the buildings, and then I have to go to another one of these. So that is where now I'm going to start going. I need to start making another one of these. So let me pull. This thing latches really good. You pull these guys apart. Let me get this out of the way. My intention is hopefully tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday. Who's the Piper? The Pied Piper. Never heard of the Pied Piper? Thank you so much, Big Black 455. After those, I gotta have another one of these, so I gotta make this next. So now we're gonna start with that. And I am trying to remember, I am 1 plate high on these guys. So I need my track. And let me get a few of these items off my table, because I don't need them at the moment. It's just going to confuse me if I have too much up here. So let me put this bin away. And now I was supposed to have already sitting here ready to go. A couple pieces of track. And there it is. So now we got to start working on another one of those. When we speak, everyone listens. I wish it was that way. Do not buy an old Mini unless you got cash for repairs. I take it they're very problematic. Devil Strawberry says, I love your channel. Thank you so much, Devil Strawberry. Yes, I will be adding a lot of different details. I'm not worried about any of the height details right now. Part of the reason because it's not placed in the city, and if I start putting in tall stuff like the poles and stuff like you're suggesting, I already know they would get knocked off. I'd knock them down, so on and so forth. So right now my main priority is just getting kind of the base filled in, roughed in, which I know I'm probably over roughing them, but then once I get that done, then I'll start, when I get them placed in the city, I'm going to go back over them and start adding more details at that point. But right now I'm just kind of trying to get the fill, get everything to where I can plug it together, hold the buildings together, and get a better idea of how it's going to look. Yeah, probably the best idea, Lumberjack. Or no, who was it that said that? Where the heck? Drifting Samurai said that. Lumberjack says, I thought you meant Rowdy Piper. That's a name. That's a blast from the past. I used to love wrestling. WWF. Rowdy Rodney Piper. Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior. I mean, there were so many awesome wrestlers back in the day. Can't just name one. In my opinion, anyway. Oh, I can imagine. The print's probably a lot better. And yes, great plug, Mike or Greg. I appreciate it. And how are you? Get the brick. Get the brick out of here. No. How are you doing? Get the brick. Instructions on what? And like the stuff that I built for the convention. I do have, for those that do not know, I do have Paul Roos. It's just, he's like kind of swamped at the moment. So it's not that I don't have somebody to do them for me. It's just he's kind of busy. But I would like to make instructions available for my oil derricks. I would also like to make instructions available for the tower that I designed, the launch tower. And I would also like to make instructions for that little oil rig I made as well. Ric Flair, yes, that was another good one. Ah, you know, I did not put that together, but you're right. He was called the Lumberjack there for a while. Didn't he smack people in the head with a 2x4? Wasn't that like his weapon of choice? It's been so long since I've watched the WWE or the WWF or any of that stuff. It depends on what you mean. Is it easier to go 6 wide or 8 wide? As far as the vehicles, I would say it's probably easier to go 6 wide. But if you're looking for detail, an 8 wide car is going to give you way more details. I think, proportionally speaking, looking at a Lego minifig, and this is just my 2 cents, I think they look better if they're 6 wide next to a Lego minifig. I feel like when you go 8 wide, and don't get me wrong, they're better in the aspect that you can actually place a minifig inside, 2 minifigs inside of them, but it's kind of a give and a take, you know. It really depends on what your main focus is. The Undertaker was a good one. Who was Ed McMahon? There was another one. Who was the guy that always came out with all the money? He had the money signs, the money on his shorts. Oh, God. I can't remember. But the Undertaker was definitely Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That's it. And like I said, didn't he run around with a 2x4? Oh, you wrestle as Lumberjack. Okay. See, I haven't watched wrestling. Yes, there's another one. I haven't watched wrestling since the WWF. Everything now is WWE, as most people know, but I have not really watched any of that. How do I want to do this? Let's go like this. Around town. $1 Million Man. There you go. That's who I was thinking of. $1 Million Man. Oh, so Ted was the $1 Million Man? I always loved his glasses with the dollar signs and stuff. The Ultimate Warrior was another one I liked a lot. My understanding, though, is there was like a total of 3 different Ultimate Warriors because they kept dying due to problems with steroids and such. I don't know how true that was. Yes, there were some greats back in the day. Like I said, for me, it's been a very long time since I've watched wrestling. But I still did enjoy it back in the day. His butler Virgil. You know, some of the crap that they came up with, man, it was a trip, to say the least. I am trying to get another one of these boys built. I need my corner pieces. Let me grab a few more parts. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He is WWE, though, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember him being WWF. Jake the Snake. No, he was WWF. Junkyard Dog. I do remember Junkyard Dog. Total Rumor. Okay, because I had always heard that they were like on their 3rd Ultimate Warrior. And like I said, I didn't know if that was true or not. Because to me, it always looked like the same guy, but I always thought, well, I guess if you get the right looking bodybuilder. Oh, Dick the Bruiser. Yes, there was a wrestler that was big in Hawaiian, and I don't remember his name. Andre the Giant. Now, he wasn't Hawaiian, but he was a huge dude. Huge dude. Oh, I don't want to do that. What am I doing? I gotta make something else. But I always loved Andre the Giant. He really didn't talk. But he was a huge dude. And then he went and made the movie. What movie was it? Was it Never Ending Story? No. Oh, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Anyway, back to Lego, they say. I have got to make the little road pieces that go on either side here. And with that, my lanes are, I think it's 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And counting like that makes me think of Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Princess Bride. That was the movie I was thinking of. Excellent movie. Andre the Giant was in that one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, well, absolutely. You are right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mr. Perfect, yes. I am the dreaded Pirate Roberts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I really miss all those old shows and cartoons and all that good stuff. We want 2 yellow lines. Yeah. Where has my little dog gone? Paul says he was just singing the same thing from Sesame Street. I'm here to help, man. I'm here to help make you go insane. What can I say? Inconceivable! Inconceivable! So tell me, which one is it? You don't like rhymes? Trailer Park Girls Go Around the Outside. That's Eminem. Rhyme, everything rhymes. What was the Heart Foundation? And I need 2. Two of these bad boys. Where to go? We got one here. And we will put the other one on the other side. Blade Runner 2020 or 49. No, I have not. That would be pretty interesting to see a lot of old school stars and stuff like that made into minifigs. They would definitely get bought up, I'm sure, by all of us old folks. Just because of pure nostalgia. So that was because he's all, I took the wine, I mixed it, and I forget the whole spiel that he does, but it was just a hilarious movie. It would be cool, and yes, Lego probably would. Which, I mean, all in all, to be fair, Lego has done a really good job with all the CMFs they have made, including stuff like Winnie the Pooh and all that. They've done a very good job at making them look pretty freaking close. It's not going to be exact, obviously, because it's Lego, and minifigs are a little bit goofy. But I still think Lego has done a really good job with all the CMFs that they have actually made. Now you must die. Yes, that movie. But how could you not like that? I need 2 more whites. Do. Put that one there. Put this one here. And really? I missed that if there was something on there for The Princess Bride. And hey, how are you, Ronald Weasley? I hope you're having an awesome night, my friend. The sound of seagulls. The sound of silence. Silence! I kill you! Do. No problem, Mossy. Unfortunately, a lot of things that I think should have been made sets on ideas never tend to succeed. But have faith, because Lego loves to take ideas from ideas and make them sets at a later date. So you still might be able to get that set at some point. Never go against the Sicilian when death is on the line. And get in there. One nice thing about all these plates and stuff I'm working on is it's eating up my parts. Which means I'm going to be able to start ordering stuff again here soon. Yeah. Never start a land war in Asia? That particular phrase, I don't quite remember. I hope everything I'm doing here kind of helps people with future ideas of their own. So it is part of my goal here. Yes, I didn't want to do it just because I wanted to use those pieces because I'm trying to be more expeditious and cheap. Not that that part's really cheap, but it's quicker to fill it in that way. But that was a deliberate skip. Aaron says, I kill you. So how did you die, Ahmed? Premature ejaculation? Or no, what the heck word is it he used? I forget. I probably shouldn't say that anyway. And then he's on stage talking to everybody, and it's, where are my 50 virgins? You are ugly. Jeff Dunham is awesome. I love that dude. It's a jalapeno on a stick. You know, that is a big discussion a lot of people have, Imperial Officer, as far as Die Hard. Personally, I feel like Die Hard is kind of a Christmas movie. And it, technically, I guess it's not a Christmas movie. But to me, I look at it as it was done at Christmas time. So I always called it a Christmas movie. I typically watch it every year around Christmas. But like I said, that is a huge debate between a lot, and I mean a lot of people. So I think it is, but like I said, a lot of others do not agree with that. I'm only going to show you this once. Like I said, I feel like it's a Christmas movie, but I've said that to many people, and then I've been told by many people that no, it is not a Christmas movie. And it's like, well, I know. Sorry to tell you, but I personally feel like it is a Christmas movie, but everybody has their opinions. And that was not supposed to go there. That was supposed to go there. This has got to come back up. Did he say it was one? Is there a TikTok or something where he's saying that? It's like I said, I personally feel it's a Christmas movie, but like I said, I watch it every year. That was how I came up with my Octane Tower explosion on my Octane Tower. So I was calling it the Nakatomi Tower. And not the boss. I'm good. I got to get 2 more. Of those. What are those? Eccentric Bricks. How the heck are you, my friend? What about Cole's Law? Yes, we, at least I thought my wife did the rest of the shopping today for Christmas. I sure hope so. I know I saw the pies and all that good stuff on the table. She usually goes a couple days ahead because we're always afraid to miss out. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. And that's how I always felt about it. Die Hard takes place during Christmas. Hence, Christmas movie. Because yes, the Home Alone would be the exact same thing. I agree with you. It took place during Christmas. Actually, because I've thought about that after I put the explosion on the side of my Octane Tower. I had kind of contemplated trying to find Nakatomi Tower and seeing if I couldn't make a mock out of it. I'm not sure on that one, if he made a cameo in that movie or not. If he did make a cameo, I don't remember it. The Polar Express is a great movie, and I have to say Tom Hanks did an amazing job. But I like pretty much any movie that Tom Hanks is in. And I know it was just voices because it is a cartoon movie, but still thought it was a great movie. See, that's why I said we have a bunch of people saying, because like I said, I personally feel it's a Christmas movie. But I do know, like I said, there are a lot of people that will totally disagree with that. And they're probably typically the people that disagree with that are generally younger people. And thank you guys. I just noticed the bot. The bots like to show up a lot, don't they? I got to get some tiles. I know what you're talking about. I do like those crossings as well, though. The Dukes of Hazzard ones you're talking about, Eccentric Bricks. But this is a more fluent, natural look. And I'm actually cheating this. All this should actually be up one plate higher. But I'm trying to save myself a little on parts and whatnot. And I'm cheaping down on some of the stuff that I'm building. But as long as it all clicks together, I don't care. And where did my little plate go? There it is. Ouch. And now I need 4. Of these dudes. And I gotta plate this. And then we'll tile all that in nice and smoothly. Rob says Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie. Was that at Christmas time? I don't remember that being at Christmas time. Glad to hear you're doing good, Eccentric Bricks. Imperial Officer says, I mean, it has a lot of cussing in it, and he wouldn't let his cousin watch it, or his nephew watch it. You could make a train layout. What it is here, give me 1 second. Let me add a few more plates. The only way, to me, a train layout is not possible is if you can't go 3 foot by, or doesn't have to be 3 foot, 30 inches by 60 inches. Now, to me, I would recommend 30 inches by 80 inches. But here's my point in that. And I know I made a video a long time about it, but I just want to kind of quickly just throw it out there and discuss it. Because you can actually still make a train layout as long as you have enough space. Hey, Dusty Bricks. As long as you have enough space for 30 inches by 80 inches. And here's how I mean. 30 inches is 3 plates. 3 plates, it'll let you have the train track on the outer edge on both sides. With that 3 plates, you can have your train track on the outer edges. You can have your road right next to your train, and then you can put all your modular buildings right down a row in front of it. So basically you have the front of the buildings, a street view with a train that keeps kind of whipping around it. So never, ever, ever, ever say that a train layout is not possible unless you do not have enough space for a 30-inch by 80-inch table. Because you can do trains with a 30-inch by 80-inch table, and you will actually be able to use a minimum of 4 modular buildings. I will put gates on these at some later date. Trying to catch up. Brick Scene, hey, how you doing? Let me tile this in. It's right here, real quick. Strangers in the night. There's 1, a 2, a 3, 3. Like I said, I was not aware that was supposed to be a Christmas movie in any way, shape, or form. Sable Malamut, how you doing? I have not seen you in a live stream in a while, my friend. A Christmas Carol, I'm trying to think. That sounds familiar. I want to say I've seen it, but I'm not 100% certain. I am doing great. Thank you so much for asking. I'm glad to hear you're doing well as well, my friend. Ken says, how goes it, fellas? And it's going great. And thank you so much for signing in, buddy. And thank you, Richard Goodman. He says, great work as always. Matt, hola. Hola, my friend. Doot 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 circus doot 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 doot. That was the goal, so I succeeded. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Greg. Sharing is caring. Because I wanted to make sure that I got something stuck in your head. Totally understand that, Sable Malamute. Especially this time of year, my friend. Everybody usually gets pretty busy trying to spend time with their families and all that good stuff. Tasman, he says, good, Daryl, good to see you, mate. Hope you are well, and I am doing great, Tasman. I hope you're doing well as well, my friend. And thank you so much for that plug, Kenneth Swan. And I need one more. Just one more. There we go. One of those. What are those? No, I do not want to go there. There we go. Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. The Harry Potter movies and Jumanji are set in... Yeah. You're absolutely right, because the very end of Jumanji, they celebrate Christmas. So you are 100% correct on that. I never really thought of it, but you are correct on that. So yeah, technically those would be Christmas movies as well. And what's awesome about if I get this particular piece made up, I am going to have a huge, and I mean a huge section of road to put into the city. That, my friends, how exciting. Glad I wear my shoes because I just kicked my other table. 1, 2. And felt the sneeze itching on. It did not happen though, luckily. 2, 3. Christmas Story hand, yes. Usually there's at least 1 or 2 channels on the TV that play that. Play a lot of it, actually. But there's usually 1 or 2 channels on TV that'll play that 24/7 on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And yes, I'm absolutely pumped about getting a lot of this stuff together, my friend. It has. I'm extremely excited on how much I have been getting done with my city. You have no idea how happy I am. Life of Brian, I have not watched, so I couldn't really give an input on that particular movie. And now I feel the need for speed. I need some 2x2s. Oh, Greg even knows which channels it is. Well, look at you go. TBS and TNT. As I say, every year I know they do it. Oh, I'm kicking my own butt trying to make progress, and thank you. Because I really am, like I said, trying to kick my own butt to make some progress. I'm determined to get some major stuff filled throughout the city. And thank you, Mason Mills. I need a couple more pieces there. I now have 7 base plates, 7 of these different plates, ready to go into the city. I need to make another, what is it, 4-section road piece to go on this side of the modular buildings. So I now have the crossings that go between the modular buildings. I honestly do not know what The Life of Brian is. I'm assuming that's a TV show. If it's something newer, I'm going to say this. National Lampoon's Vacation, to me, that's a must. So is Elf on a Shelf is another, or Elf on a Shelf. Elf is another movie that you have to watch for Christmas. Life Without Brian, if it's something within the last 2 years, I have not watched a lot of TV lately in quite a while. So that would be my problem for that. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little tidbits of information in my Discord about information that I probably shouldn't share on the live stream. Richard Goodman says, if you're moving this fast and 2020 hasn't started yet, what are you going to do for the next 12 months? 8.7 million base plates to go. Never. I actually have a lot of different plans. I still have to finish getting the runways together on my airport. I got to do a bunch of stuff on the airfield. I have a lot of other buildings I'm dying to get together. My biggest thing, though, is, like I said, I have just been really focused. I want to try and, because my city, basically, where it's at right now, is kind of been at a standstill for the last year. And I got so tired of every time I looked at my city that it was just kind of but I kind of lost interest in it there for a little bit, lost my motivation there for a little bit, and I kind of got sidetracked on the lighting there for a little bit. And I'm not going to give up lighting. I'm still going to be doing lighting on my city, but I don't think I'm going to make as many videos about it because I really don't see where it's that popular looking back now anyway. But because like I said, I have like a newfound motivation to get so much different stuff done, and having this 9-volt track, man, it's really exciting to me that I have been just freaking killing it trying to get stuff put together. Take care of the Drifting Samurai, and thanks for hanging, buddy, and we'll see you again soon. Monty Python. There's a lot of good stuff in Monty Pythons. Clicking Cliff, hello, hello. Jingle All the Way is an underrated Christmas movie. Jingle All the Way is, I'm trying to remember, which one is Jingle All the Way? Oh, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, that movie is hilarious, because that's where they're fighting each other through the whole movie, trying to get this one toy for their kid. Yes, I do like that, and you're right. It is a very underrated movie. I mentioned that particular movie to most people, and they look at you like you're crazy. But Jingle All the Way is definitely a good movie, my friend. I totally agree with you. Let's say, oh, I'm actually caught up. Look at that. Yes, like I said, that was Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was Arnold and, oh, God. Who was the guy he basically fought through the whole thing? I haven't shown you that yet, have I, Greg? I got a little secret. I'm just gonna leave that right there for a minute. Let it kind of ferment, just a little. Just for a minute. Sinbad, that's who it was that was in that movie. Sinbad. Okay, I guess it's Sinbad. That was a great movie. How does that mean? I thought sharing was caring. I got this honestly. And this is a blast from the past. You guys are absolutely right. And I intend on actually building this on a live stream. The parts look to be in excellent condition. I mean, there's no yellowing on the white or anything. Very good quality on the parts and the whole 9 yards. I actually got this really cheap. I got really lucky. It was, to be perfectly honest, I purchased this. Let's see if there's a shipping date on it. And yes, it came with the base plates and all of it. But I've had this for a while. I got so tied up with everything. I got this in August. So I got that in August. Now the airport shuttle I don't have, but don't tempt me. I do like that airport shuttle. What I'm gonna say though is, if this is making you jealous, I do have some other parts on the way, so it's going to make a few more people jealous, because I have, it was an accessory kit, 6091 I think, where it's just the tracks. It's like a couple rounds and a bunch of straights. I have that on the way. I also have, I thought it was 3 or 4 more of the official track pieces on the way. And I also have some, I have 2 9-volt train track motors on the way as well, because Steve's always flex. Steve's the one that actually got me to even start getting into the train. And then because Matt is always flexing with his monorail, it's like, okay, I need to get some monorail. So my intention though is, 'cause I haven't even tried this to see if it works. My intention is to actually build this actual set to see if all the pieces are even here during a live stream, is what I was looking at doing. And I don't even know, how do you, let's see. I don't know how you open this thing. And I'm going to have to read the instructions before I probably break it, so I'm going to hold off on it. But like I said, my intention though is to build this on a live stream, and I'm wanting to get more parts for this as well. I do want to do a monorail in the city. I'm just trying to throw all kinds of stuff out there, quite literally. Imperial Officer says, thank you so much for the $5 donation, man. That was awesome of you. He says, so are you going to build it now? And no, if you got the Lego Western Fort, then I'd be jealous. That was the set I wanted as a child. So I'm not just, I won't answer that question then. How's that? I think you already know the answer to that one, Imperial Officer. If it's the set I'm thinking it is, and it has the tan plate, so you could ride the coach in front of the buildings. It was actually, I thought it was 2 sets or 2 different buildings, 2 base plates with the coach riding on it. But like I said, I'm sure you know the answer. If it's the set I'm thinking of, yes, I have it. Legorado, yes, I do have that. As a matter of fact, I I don't know. I feel like I have it boxed over in my boxed bin, but then I also feel like I thought I had 2 of those sets. That's not it. I know this is part of one of those old Western sets, but I have some more of the other. I have some extras, actually, is what it is. And I'm trying to. But I want to say the full set I actually have boxed up and put away. What I do with a lot of my really old vintage sets like that, it's kind of like this right here. They're in Ziploc baggies with their instructions. Yeah, that airport shuttle set looks freaking awesome. That's why I'm definitely wanting to get one of those. There's a tab on the bottom of the battery box. Ah. There we go. Oh, that's an actual 9-volt battery. That sucks. I don't have any, so I can't even test it right now. I'm definitely going to be getting a 9-volt battery, though. I'll have to go buy some tomorrow. Makes sense why they call it 9-volt. Imperial officer just donated $2. He says, dang, now I am jealous. Like I said, I thought I had the Legorado printed pieces in here, but I'm not seeing it. I think it's in the box over there. But I'm assuming the Legorado, like I said, with the tile and all that, is the set you were talking about, so I should have that. Hey, Matt, you kept pushing. You kept saying, oh, I got a monorail. I got monorail. So I finally pulled the trigger. And thank you so much for that $3 donation, Matt. And that is how I also got my Legorado Fort, to be perfectly honest. It's not something I had or bought new or anything. I had bought... I will say this. This was back before Lego got really popular. I had bought... that sucks, because that is a really cool set, I have to say. I put it together, and it looks amazing. But I had bought, it was, God, was it 280 pounds? I think it was 280 pounds of Lego. Paul Bot, sup, my man? He says, love the old monorail, and just donated $2. But I want to say that was one of the sets that was in that, but this is what the amazing part was, is it was 260 or 80 pounds of Lego, and I paid $280 for it. But again, I bought that back before Lego really... I mean, Lego's been popular for a long time, don't get me wrong. But I bought it before there's been... I bought it back when it still wasn't so popular that you couldn't find deals. Nowadays, I mean, I don't care. And like I said, look at... I mean, that is just like freaking brand new white. I don't think this was ever even played with. So, I mean, this thing, to me, it looks to be an impeccable condition. So I'm extremely happy with this. But Whiskey says this is his childhood here. But these are very cool. And I can't wait to play with it. And now that I know that I actually got to buy an actual 9-volt battery, I will definitely be doing that. I don't even know where I'm going to put the monorail yet. I just have a bunch of different pieces all set and ready to go. But this, like I said, I actually found it back in August. Now, I did have to pay a premium on this. This wasn't cheap. I think I ended up paying $320 on this, but I thought that was a really good price because typically I see this retailing in the $500 and $600 range, especially in the condition that I see that it's in. So when I found it for $320, I jumped on it because, like I said, the white. Normally when you find these, because I have found them, and I found them in the $400 range. The white pieces, I mean, it really it doesn't look like it's ever even been played with. It's so shiny and pretty and white, and I honestly think this was a gift that some kid probably got years and years ago and never played with it, and it sat in a box, and then the parents finally came across it and sold it or something. If I do a monorail in the city, and I am debating it, yes, what I'm looking at doing is I'm looking at just going like from one of my hotels to the airport or something like that. So it'd just be a very small, short track. I'm going to have enough straight pieces that I should have 7. I think I have 7 straight pieces, and then I got a bunch of curves and whatnot. And that's not including these, because these are the pieces that switch it back and forth. And I know most of you guys know how this probably works. But you just take this piece and then you set it for whichever way you want the train to go or whatever. So I'm going to be setting this up into where it would just be going back and forth, like from the airport to one of the hotels or something. Is kind of my thought process. Like I said, that sucks, man, and thank you so much for the $5 donation again. That is awesome of you, my friend. I thank you. I'm sorry you did not get it for Christmas, though. That just plain sucks. Mike says, I have a good place you can put it after showing it off. He's like, you have a monorail, man. I love you, buddy. That is a live stream I've been actually kind of holding off and meaning to do, and I haven't had time. And that, like I said, that's exactly what I want to do. I want it to just keep bouncing back and forth and back and forth. Because to me, if I have that going from the airport, like to one of the hotels or whatever, and then I got the train running up and underneath the parking garage, so when you're looking over at that part of the city, you're going to see, 2 different things in motion going on. And at some point, and I am not trying to do this anytime in the immediate future, at some point I am actually wanting to try and make it to where I have cars that'll kind of move on the street. Orange soda, Stewart's, it's one of my favorites. I know I don't have my Pepsi. This is my second favorite, though, is the orange cream soda. I love orange cream soda. And I don't know if I ever will do it, but I do want to try and make it to where I can have cars actually running on the streets. I kind of have a thought on how I might possibly be able to do that, but I'm not 100% certain yet, and I haven't even... I have too many other things going on for me to even think about trying to mess with that, but that is something I have been thinking about doing at some point. Airport to the convention center might work. I would have to buy some more track. Not that that's not an impossibility. That like I said, it depends. Hey John, how you doing? It just depends. It just depends. That's all I can say. But I am wanting to put some kind of monorail in the city. I figure I've already got the vintage track and I've got a ton of it. I had to get the monorail because everybody loves monorails. And if I ever am able to come across one of those transport sets, one of the airport monorail sets, I'm definitely going to snag one. I haven't seen one super cheap yet. I'm sorry, Imperial Officer. That sucks. Again, I am sorry about that. Never heard of Stewart's? Oh man, here where I live anyway, it's a big brand. So I thought it was like a big thing for most of the Northeast, but it's, if you like, because like I said, I love orange cream soda. There's another brand too that I like, and I can't remember the company, but you can see it says right on it 1924, and they actually use cane sugar. But it's a really good brand. There's another brand, though, that I used to get, and I think maybe it is Stewart's. God, it's been so long I can't remember. But there is another brand. Good. Thank you so much for asking, my friend. And Richard Goodman was talking about the cars moving, and part of my thought with that is, and I probably won't make a lot of videos on it, and here's what I mean by I probably won't make a lot of videos on it, because I noticed when I got on the kick to where I was making so many videos on my lighting and whatnot, I started actually losing subscribers, losing views, and a lot of things. I am still going to be doing lighting. I'm just not going to be doing videos on it anymore. I'm going to start trying to focus just on doing mocks and things of that nature. But the thought process is quite simply this. I have a Raspberry Pi Pico. Anyway, I'm going to start learning a little bit about coding. And one of the things with coding is you can make stuff work off a program. And with that program, you can put, I'll give you a prime example, that copper tape that I showed everybody you can use on your train tracks. You can actually lay that over top of your plates to where you can put a sensor on a Lego vehicle that'll detect that little copper plate, and you can put a magnetic charge on that. And one of the things I'm kind of trying to research, and mind you, it's going to take a while to do. It is a big project, and it's not something I intend on doing overnight or anytime in the immediate future. I would say it'll probably be a year or two, or after I get my table filled. So please don't expect to see this anytime soon, or ask if I'm doing any progress on it. But the thought process, though, is if I can get the programming corrected and simulated, I should be able to program a Raspberry Pi Pico, put a program into a Raspberry Pi Pico, have the Raspberry Pi Pico with the battery and all that inside of a Lego car, and have a little, because there's a way that you can make the car move just using the front wheel. And if I can get all that situated, I can kind of make an RC car that'll follow that track line around. But those are big dreams and big ambitious things. And like I said, it's something that's way future, way future. Yes, that's exactly how Legoland does it. You are absolutely correct in that, Imperial Officer. And Merry early Christmas to you as well, John. Thank you so much, and I hope you have an awesome holiday and a Happy New Year as well, if I don't see you before that. And Happy New Year to you as well, Joe Bennett. My barn's always a mess, Paul. The Real McCoy says IBC. I'm not sure what IBC is. Never seen Stewart's in California. That's crazy, man. Like I said, it's been around since 1924. I know it's a popular brand here in Michigan. When I say it's a popular brand, it's something that I've always seen for sale. It's not something that you see in every store, though. It's more of a party store, gas station that you see the Stewart's brands. And I could totally see that with, because I have a lot of old RC cars myself. As a lot of you may know, they're all lined up over on the wall over there. I think I have 6 in total. Oh, it might have IBC. God, it's been so long, man. I don't remember. But it's like once every so many months or whatever, I'll get a craving, and I have to go have one. Sometimes you just get tired of the Pepsi, and then I guess that's, if I'm not drinking Pepsi, it's usually that. That's my other favorite drink. And like I said, but it's not an everyday drink, but it is something that I do enjoy. The thing is, though, the way that I understood it, because you're right, with the Arduino, you can program them as well. My understanding of that Raspberry Pi Pico, because it is tiny, I mean, it is very tiny, it'll hold quite a program inside of it. And my understanding, because I only paid $4 for it, because that's the other thing, is the price. It's like the cheapest thing in the market, because an Arduino, aren't those start at like 30 or something like that? Again, all that stuff's kind of new to me. It's just stuff that I'm kind of looking into and wanting to play with. Storm and Wolf says, I might want to check out the Miniature Wonderland in Hamburg. They do videos in English as well. And I think I know exactly what you're talking about, Storm and Wolf. I've seen they have an airport. I believe it's them that has the airport where the plane kind of just pops through the wall, comes down, lands, and then taxis over to the ramp, and another plane will come out and fly and go out through the other wall. They have some amazing displays. I didn't know they did any how-to videos, though. Pepsi and Dr. Peppers, that's funny. Next time I'm at a store, I will make sure I take a picture and show you that they are generally, like I said, generally in party stores and stuff here. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all, Storm and Wolf. I expect it to be a very expensive project and a process. But like I said, I'm talking, those are like really future, very long future goals. I will try to make cars at a later date, yes. But like I said, it's my main focus right now is getting the table filled. I actually want to do a few more skyscrapers to the back. I still need to modify my daily bugle, so that's another. And I shouldn't say I have all the parts. I know I have a bunch of parts to modify the daily bugle. Until I start building it, I don't know if I have all the parts, but I do have a ton of parts to modify that already. Node MCU. I've never heard of those. And Pepsi at the line at about, for a time, and Pepsi of the line at about 35 degrees is the best. I have to say, yes, I totally agree with you, Kenneth. I love my Pepsi. And I am trying to write down this Node MCU. Because I don't want to forget that. MCU. Bada boom, bada bing. Comes right up. Okay. I put that in my cart and save for later, so that way I can look through those and learn a little bit more about them. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Bree Tucker, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you as well, Brett. I said Bree Tucker. Brett Ucker. But thank you so much, Brett. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for that awesome $20 donations. And Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. I really appreciate that. But like I said, again, even talking about the Raspberry Pis and the Picos and any of that, the Arduinos, and it's just, like I said, it's something I plan on doing. It's something I want to do. But it's future plans, future goals. Right now I am trying to stay focused on the city and not hit a speed bump and do a sharp curve like I did for the last couple months, and then had a project in the middle of it as well. Trying to stay the course, so to speak, so that way I can communicate with all you awesome people. Talus Moonbreaker says, I looked at your Rebrickable page and wondered if you were going to build the drive-through thingy. Great design. And thank you so much, Talus. I appreciate that. I had thought about putting that together just so everybody could kind of see it and sticking it in my city. The problem with that is it does take up a lot of space, and that was actually engineered. Keep in mind, I had a city before I moved to where I'm at, and what that was actually designed off of was the drive-through I had in my last city, because my Taco Bell had a drive-through. And what we exactly, I got to try and stay in my own lane. And what we did is we went off the images from that particular, and you would have had to have looked at a city update from 3 years ago to see what I'm talking about. But we went off the images of that and kind of redesigned it into a Mills plate and got rid of the way that I had it built then, is what kind of brought that up. And because all my Pizza Hut, my McDonald's, my White Castle, all those buildings are built on a 16 by 32 plate, we thought, you know what, let's make a base that each building can plug right into, and that way you have a drive-through that is versatile and can be sold with all three buildings. And I still intend on making more of those little buildings as well. I want to make a Burger King and a few other Top Hats, stuff like that. A few other popular fast food places. It's just I gotta stay in my lane, as Greg would say. And Thank you, Brett. He says, thank you for the therapy session and pronounced Ucker. So Brett Ucker. Okay, thank you. I will try to remember that. I will be the first to admit my English is horrible and I am horrible in enunciating, so I do apologize for the mispronunciation. Richard Goodman says, have you thought about a drive-in theater that would be interesting with a movie playing? And yes, and yes. And it's funny because I was going to do a 3-screen movie theater. That was part of my plan at my last city, at my last house, and I just never got back on track with it. As I say, I thought I might have had it sitting out still, but I had... Oh, actually I do. It's funny that you mentioned that. This is something I started 2 years ago and never finished, but it's dusty as heck. But anyway, this was going to be my movie screen, and quite simply, I'll tell you how I was going to do it. This is a phone. This is a small phone. It's a Motorola phone. And this particular phone, when I started thinking about doing this so I could have the drive-in theaters with the movies and stuff going, they had these at Walmart, these phones, clearance right after Christmas, $4 a piece. So I bought 3 of these guys. And then my intention was I was going to have 3 screens playing different movies at a drive-in with some cars lined up in front of them. Like I said, though, it's like a lot of things. I haven't gotten back to that, but that is something that's still sitting here in front of me, waiting whenever I get back to it. What creator expert sets do I recommend? I recommend them all. Here's what I mean by that, John, is I recommend any and all creator sets. Creator sets typically have the best price per part count, the best variety, and they're just all around good sets. They're especially the 3-in-1 sets to me are like some of my favorites because you get 3 different models in one. You could actually buy 3 of one set and have 3 different sets. You know what I mean? Buying the exact same kit, but those are what I personally recommend as far as what's out in stores right now. You're saying creator experts, so you're talking about the modular buildings and such. I would recommend a modular building. I would say Assembly Square because that's about to discontinue. So if you're going to buy anything, I would do Assembly Square on the creator expert sets. Hey, howdy, hey, Moments of Magic. And Imperial Officer says, do you think the McDonald's Ideas set will actually happen? I don't know. Here's what I will say, though, is Lego has made official McDonald's Lego sets before. So I would say that they've worked together in the past. It's very likely that they could work together in the future. A lot of it depends quite simply on what Lego's feelings, thoughts are on about it, and how popular the set seems to be. Brickview, hello, hello. And you are very welcome, John. I do believe the Assembly Square is already out of stock on Lego Shop at Home. I do know for a fact, though, that it should still be in stock on Amazon, so I would recommend getting it, because like I said, that is it's a fun build, though. It's a great build. You're right, it can be a bit difficult, but it is a great build. Yes, Jaws is a very cool set too, Destro. I agree with you, my friend. But with Assembly Square, like I said, the reason I say to get it, that was actually supposed to be discontinued last year, and they canceled discontinuing it, and they carried it on through this year. And it is supposed to be discontinued at the end of the year this year. And that is the next set that should be discontinued if they go in sequence and all that. And that's why I said I would really recommend getting that one, especially if you're wanting to do Lego cities and such, because it is an amazing set. It's 3 buildings in one, because you get the flower shop in the middle, you get the bakery and the dentist office on the right, and then you get the coffee shop. It's a music studio and a ballet studio on the left. So there's a lot of really interesting stuff, builds, techniques, and all that going on in that particular build. And I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I'm not sure if it's considered sold out or not, but I know it's not in stock on Lego. And I do not believe... that's a really good question, Dusty Bricks. I'm not sure. Typically, that's been out... typically anything that's been out for 3 years, they get rid of. That's why it was kind of a shocker, because last year, like I said, Assembly Square was supposed to go, and then this year should have been the corner garage, but they've carried them through. But like I said, Assembly Square is supposed to go this year, but typically it's usually after 2 years, they're gone. Some of them have had a 3-year cycle, so technically even the corner garage should be gone. But to me, if it's between the corner garage or the Assembly Square, I would rather try and find the Assembly Square over the corner garage. But like I said, I do know that it is still in stock on Amazon for $279, which is the retail price of it. And I also believe I saw it still in stock at Target for the Assembly Square. So there is still 2 stores that I know of that should have it in stock if that's something that you're interested in. And good night, Greg. We'll take care. I actually need to get myself to bed, guys. Oh, the corner garage is retired. Okay. I did not know that. Okay, he says he just saw it. It was just on the retiring soon page. I believe you. So the corner garage is already kaput. That makes sense. So if they killed the garage, they're making room for the hotel. So yeah, that does make sense. Okay. See, I have it. I just built it the other day. So I'm not that worried about it, but I did not know it was retired already. Okay, Assembly Square is assumed for next year. Okay. That's good news. Anyway, though, guys, because like I said, I am getting tired. And I do still have one more day of work I got to do before I am totally done. So I'm going to do my favorite thing, which is roll that beautiful bean footage to give a very special thank you to all the awesome people that have supported the stream, as you guys are always amazing. And there we go. So with that, I want to say a very special thank you to R. Claxton, Imperial Officer 07, Brooks Bricks, Paul Bott, and Brett Ucker. Again, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I will stream again tomorrow night. If I get a chance, I might even try and stream on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day too, guys. I plan on trying to keep going at the method I'm going of my madness. But again, thank you guys all so much for all the support. Thank you so much for hanging with me tonight. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you all have an awesome day tomorrow. And I'm sure I will see you again tomorrow night. So, as always, thank you for coming to Bevan's Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below. And hopefully, we'll see you next time on Bevan's Bricks. Take care, guys. And again, thank you so much.